What is going on, guys? Thank you again for tuning into the channel. If you're liking the other videos, you know what I'm gonna say. Go give her a little sniff and a little grab right there. She's a dirty girl, but I really appreciate it, and she will really appreciate it too. But enough talk. This video starts right now. Let's just get into the meat and potatoes of it. So, we are going to be talking about the Barrett MRAD Mark 22 Mod 0 and how it would absolutely rape the Russians and any other fighting force that were dumb enough to go toe-to-toe with the United States. Let's just go from nut to butt and get right into this thing. All right, so the muzzle brake. It has a threaded muzzle brake on it for a suppressor. I don't have the suppressor. I'd like to get it very soon, but I don't have it, so I can't really talk about how this rifle performs suppressed. But it is ready to rock and roll for a suppressor. Just thread it on, and she's suppressed. She's quiet. This is a huge feature, excuse me, of what the military required for this contract. MRAD stands for Multi-Role Adaptive Design, meaning that these barrels come out and you can swap any caliber you want, which is a very, very cool feature. All you got to do is undo these two screws right here, pull the barrel out, and you have a new caliber. It's going to be in the 338 Norma Mag, which is the anti-material round, which is going to be replacing the M107. Why they went with a bolt action instead of replacing the semi-automatic 50 cal is a pretty cool reason. They were saying how a trained sniper can shoot at his target, reload, and be back on target just as fast as shooting a semi-automatic weapon. At the same time, instead of having this big 50 cal piece of brass flying out, going all over the place and giving your position away, you can just slowly open up that bolt, pull that piece of brass out, and you're ready to rock and roll again. So that's why they swapped from the M107 semi-automatic 50 cal to this bolt action 338 Norma Mag. 338 Norma Mag can also have numerous types of ammunition in it, meaning explosive rounds, this and that, armor piercing, whatever it may be. So that's why they chose that 338 Norma Mag to replace that 50 cal. The anti-personnel caliber will be the 300 Norma Mag, which will be replacing the 300 Win Mag. I love the 300 Win Mag. I have nothing bad to say about it. I brush my teeth to it. I bring that thing on dates. I go to bed with it. I watch movies with it. I love the 300 Win Mag, and I've had a lot of rifles and a lot of time behind that 300 Win Mag. Great caliber, great caliber, but I think that 300 Norma Mag is the caliber of the future. Technology has advanced, and that 300 Norma Mag will run circles around the 300 Win Mag. Ballistically speaking, accuracy, just all of it. If you guys saw my previous video of the 1,000-yard headshot with the 300 Norma Mag, you saw how deadly it was. 300 Win Mag would probably do the same thing, but that 300 Norma Mag is extremely deadly round. The military will be using a 215 grain Burger, which is huge. Things like that damn big. I'm using 220 grain hand loads. I noticed that the 220 grain bullet, I think it's just more accurate. I think I get more out of this rifle with the 220 grain. That's what I did. But yeah, your 215 grain 300 Norma Mag will be the anti-personnel round. And then going into their last barrel that it comes with is a 308 7.62 by 51. Which I don't know if they're going to be using it as any sort of combat purpose, or if it's just a training barrel, which I'm pretty sure they were saying how it's just going to be a training caliber and a training barrel. So I'm not sure if it's going to be used in a combat situation, but that is going to be an option that they have. It is fluted. People think that the fluted barrel has something to do with accuracy. It does not. It makes the barrel lighter and it cools better. So it has nothing to do with accuracy. It just I think they said it's lighter, cools it better barrel. I called Barrett, and I was wondering how the barrel life out of this 300 Norma Mag, and they said it would be about 7,000 rounds. So very, very, very tough barrel. We all know that you get into these larger caliber Magnum calibers, they smoke your barrel, but this barrel is tough, very, very mean, and I think they did a very, very good job on it. Going into the bipod, this is something that I kind of had a gripe about. I like Harris, I really, really do. I think that they do make good bipods, but I'm not sure why they didn't go with something a little more new, like a Atlas, which you have a lot more different features with your Atlases, but they didn't. So it's a Harris bipod, which I like Harris, but I think that there is better stuff out there, and it's on a LaRue mount. Excuse me. It is an M-lock, has your M-lock attachments, which are pretty cool. You just got to get these. You just got to get these Picatinny M-lock attachments for it. Which I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about that. I'm old school. I like just a big old quad rail, but it definitely does save weight and stuff like that for having an M-lock. It does come in this cool FDE pattern. It's like a desert brown pattern, which is really, really nice. I think it's only exclusive to your Mark 22s. If you do buy an MRAD, I'm pretty sure it's just like a little lighter FDE, but it does come in that specific color, which is pretty neat. The bolt is pretty nice. It comes in this. It has like this protective sleeve in it, which I've never seen before. It's like a polymer sleeve. I'm assuming they said it's to keep dust and crap and dirt all out of there, and I guess it performs a lot better, and the bolt performs a lot better in that plastic sleeve, which is pretty cool. It has this big old knob on it for your handle here. Real tight, real good stuff. Really, really well made, and I really, really like the action. Very, very smooth, and all around it's very, very good. Going into the trigger, so this is weird. The rifle is clear before you all have a boner, but your trigger, it's a single stage trigger, which I don't know why they did that. They made it a single stage trigger. If I could go back and if I had a say in this, I would probably say you should probably put in a two-stage trigger, but that's not what they did. It is a single stage trigger, and it is extremely, extremely light, which is pretty good. Let's just press her. Ooh. That's about, if I was to guess, it's probably about 2 pounds. Really, really, really smooth, crisp trigger. The only thing that I have to say about it is I wish it was a two-stage trigger. The controls, your selector switch is ambidextrous. I have mine on the left because I'm a righty. But for your lefties, you can put it on there, or if you want to swap it, you can swap it, which is pretty user-friendly, and I think that is a good feature to have. Going into the pistol grip, it's a Magpul pistol grip, but it is a AR-15 style, so you can throw on any grip you want on there. I'm not sure why Barrett went with a Magpul. I don't know why they didn't just make their own, but it is a Magpul grip, and it's kind of just like their hard rubber one, or excuse me, their hard plastic one. I wish they had kind of that rubbery, that rubber grip one that I always talk about when you're in the fight, you're sweating, you're crying, and you just snot and drool because you have Down syndrome. It's just rolling down your face. It really, really gives you that grip. Haven't really had the grip really hasn't impressed me, or it hasn't really disappointed me, so I really got nothing to say about it, but it is a Magpul grip. Going into the stock, this is good stuff. It has that cheek rise on it that I always like. If you guys see my prior videos, you know how I always love that cheek rise. I think that it just makes the shooter a lot more comfortable, gives him a good sight picture, and I think that every precision rifle should have that option of adjusting your cheek position. Going into the length of pull, it does have good length of pull. Mine's all the way in because that's how I feel comfortable with it, but you can adjust your length of pull. It gives you a lot of different settings. Your pad here also, you can it comes up, it shifts up or down depending on where you want on your shoulder or what's comfortable for you, that's a pretty cool feature there. I really like that. And it also cants a little bit, which is kind of cool. But the stock is really nice, and it has a lot of really good features on here to help the shooter. It does collapse. It is a collapsible buttstock for if you want it in a backpack or in a Humvee or a confined area or something. You don't want this big rifle, clanking around and this and that. It does compact it a lot, which is very handy. This rifle is extremely heavy. I would not want to lug this thing around. It's a very heavy rifle. It's definitely a lot heavier than the XM 2010, which is what it's going to be replacing. It is very heavy, and it is very long. So having that adjustable stock to throw it in collapsible stock to throw it in a backpack and then carry your M4 or your rifle, and it's on your back, and use it when you have to do a long shot. That is a good feature to have, and that is a very good feature of the Mark 22. But yeah, that's really it in a nutshell. Other than the glass, I'm using the Vortex Razor. This is I think a pretty good scope. I like this one. Seen my other videos, I'm true to the Vortex, and I have it in a geissele super precision mount. They're using Mark 5s. The Army is using Mark 5s, and the special operation guys are using Night Forces. So those are the two scopes that were chosen: the Mark 5 and a Night Force. So yes, that is this rifle. I think that they just totally hit the nail on the head with this thing. It is a absolute tank. I'm really happy with this rifle. The only complaints that I really have, I wish it was a 2-stage trigger, and it is extremely heavy. And maybe throw an Atlas on it, but everything else, it's really user-friendly, extremely easy to use, nothing really to it. I'm not taking it apart, but literally it's just a trigger, and that's it, and the trigger just slides right out. Very easy to work on, and having that capability of swapping out barrels is huge. You look at your XM 2010 or your M24s, where if the barrel went down, the whole rifle went down. With this, all you have to do is just those two screws right here, pull out that barrel, swap the bolt, and you are bolt head, and you are ready to get back into the fight. Your whole rifle isn't going down. Your whole rifle isn't going down for maintenance just because your barrel does. So that is a huge feature, and I think that the military is really catching on with technology and making very good weapons for the fighting force. This rifle would absolutely destroy anything any other country has. I don't think any other country is even near creating a rifle this accurate and this mobile and having this many features. We would just 110%, we would destroy Russia and any of their shitty snipers and any of their shitty military. I was reading an article, and it was a Russian group or troops or battalion or whatever, and they found out where these guys were because they had a Russian soldier was on Tinder. So he was on Tinder. He was on Tinder, and they found out where these guys were from him talking on Tinder. Imagine that, dude. I would be so fucking pissed. I would be so pissed if we got blown up because the E3, was on Tinder trying to get laid. That just blows my mind. And everything that's going on in this world is a absolute clown show. It's like watching retarded children in a big sandbox trying to fight over toys. That's kind of the world we live in. It's just a big retarded sandbox with a bunch of dumb toys around. That's kind of the best way to describe what's going on in Europe right now. A bunch of retarded children drooling on each other. But yeah, Interesting times to be in. I think we would absolutely destroy Russia. Just some things that I've really noticed. Who does a massive air assault in the middle of the day? People drinking their coffee, waking up, sun's out, massive air assault coming in. I can't. I'm sorry. You know, it just shows how ill-equipped they are. Meaning, if you're going to do an air assault during the day, you're probably not night vision capable. So you probably don't have night vision goggles, and you aren't capable, and you're not comfortable to fly at night. Absolute craziness, and this conflict that's going on. I think that it really shed a lot of light on Russia and how equipped and how weak they actually are. They are about 30 to 40 years in the past compared to us, and we would absolutely destroy them. I give it maybe. I would say absolute destruction in probably about 2 to 3 weeks. Only thing is Putin, the guy's fucking crazy. He's gonna drop a nuke on somebody. That's really the only threat they have if he's cornered. But it is very good to know that our fighting force has weapons like this, and we would absolutely destroy anybody that was dumb enough to fight with us. It's good to know. It's good to know that Barret really created such a great rifle, and I would be 110% confident that I have the best gear going into combat with this rifle. I think it's great. Definitely very fun to shoot. Very deadly, and all around hit the nail on the head. The military did, and this is going to be the rifle for a very long time, they say. It's replacing a lot of stuff. But enough rambling, enough talking. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you again for tuning in to the channel. I'm tired of this winter. I'm tired of it. I gotta get out of here. I gotta move. Where should I move to? Write it in the comment section. Somewhere warm, please. Somewhere warm. But if you guys are liking it, definitely give me a subscribe. I really appreciate it. Go check out the Instagram MidnightRun MFG, where we do all of our raffles. Once we hit 2,500 subscribers, we're going to be giving away some more stuff. So hit that subscribe. It throws you in the running for all of the giveaways. Thank you again, dudes. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys back out there. Later.